Have you ever felt exhausted trying to explain your intentions again and again, only to realize the other person never wanted clarity at all? You chose honesty. You chose patience. But instead of understanding, your words were reshaped into whatever fit their belief. This story is about a man who learned a quiet but fearless truth. Sometimes silence carries more honesty than 1,000 explanations. Long ago, near the edge of a coastal town where the sea met narrow stone streets, lived a man named Elias Moore. Elias was a clock repairer, a simple man with careful hands who fixed old clocks so they could tick steadily once more. His workshop was small, but filled with calm, the soft sound of gears turning, time moving gently forward. Elias was known for his precision, his patience, and his fairness. But respect does not always come with kindness. Not far from his shop lived Mr. Holden, a wealthy merchant who believed suspicion was wisdom. He often accused Elias of overcharging customers. "Your clocks run no better than others," he would declare loudly, "and yet you demand more coins." Elias would calmly explain the worn springs, the delicate balance, the hours spent restoring what others had abandoned. But Holden never listened. He had already decided the story he wanted to believe. Weeks passed, then months. Elias kept explaining, kept defending his integrity. And with every explanation, the whispers grew louder. He pretends to be honest. He hides profit behind polite words. One night, alone in his workshop, Elias watched the pendulum swing back and forth. "Why must I keep proving what I know is true?" he asked the silence. The next morning, the town gathered at the harbor. A wandering philosopher had arrived, an elderly woman known for her wisdom and long travels. People rushed to ask questions about fate, justice, and life. Elias waited patiently. When the crowd thinned, he stepped forward and spoke quietly. "I live honestly," he said, "but no matter how clearly I speak, my words are twisted. How do I make them understand?" The philosopher studied him for a moment, then asked softly, "If someone believes the tide controls the moon, will your logic move the sea?" Elias paused. "No," he admitted. She nodded. "Then stop arguing with tides," she said. "Let time reveal what noise cannot. Silence is not surrender. It is confidence without conflict." And with that, she walked away. Something inside Elias settled. A weight he had carried for too long finally loosened. From that day on, Elias stopped explaining himself. When accusations came, he remained calm. When mockery followed, he stayed silent. At first, people assumed guilt. "Look," they said, "he has nothing left to say." But Elias continued his work with quiet focus. Each clock he repaired ran smoother than before. Each tick steady, honest, reliable. Sailors passing through the town began to notice. They trusted his clocks to guide them across the sea. Merchants from distant ports sought his skill, not because of his defense, but because of his consistency. One evening, Mr. Holden himself entered the workshop. He avoided eye contact, placed payment on the table, and asked for a repair. Elias accepted without a word. No pride, no resentment, only professionalism. Days later, Holden was seen staring at his clock, listening to its steady rhythm. Something had shifted, not through argument, but through experience. Truth had spoken quietly. Time passed. Elias's shop became a place of peace. He spoke when needed, but never to justify his existence. One afternoon, a young girl asked him, "Why do your clocks feel different from others?" Elias smiled gently and replied, because I stopped wasting energy fighting doubt and used it to perfect what I love. The clock ticks softly beside them. Sometimes the bravest response is silence, not because you have nothing to say, but because your truth no longer needs approval. You don't owe explanations to closed minds. You don't need validation from those who refuse to listen. Peace is not found in being understood by everyone. It's found when you finally understand yourself. When you stop chasing acceptance, you discover freedom. And in that quiet freedom, life feels lighter, calmer, real. If this story resonated with you, remember, many more fearless stories await you here. Subscribe to Fearless English Tales, where every story carries strength, clarity, and inner peace. Thank you for listening. Until next time, stay grounded, stay fearless, and protect